Hello students, welcome to the class. In this class, we are going to solve the different type of problems which are present in NCERT textbook. You see, this problem is there in NCERT. That is fourth problem in that textbook, atom chapter. You see, the problem is a difference of 2.3 electron volt separates two energy levels in an atom. What is the frequency of radiation emitted when the atom make a transition from upper level to the lower level? And C, speed of light value is given 3 into 10 power of 8 meter per second. Just observe this. The energy difference between the two energy levels is 2.3. You write the two energy levels. Say N1, first energy level or lower energy level. This is N2. So energy level, energy of first orbit is En1, En2. Energy of second orbit means higher orbit. The energy difference is given here. En2 minus En1 is equal to here how much? 2.3 eV is given. This is the problem. Then when an electron or an atom make a transition from higher orbit to lower orbit, means upper level to lower level, then it emits the photon. How much energy is there in photon? 2.3 eV. Therefore, the frequency is there. How much frequency is there and how much wavelength is there? Then we can calculate by using this. You see, according to Bohr's third postulate, H mu is equal to En2 minus En1. Here En2 minus En1 is a difference between the two energy levels, that is given. H mu is equal to 2.3 eV. So in order to calculate frequency, you see frequency is expressed in hertz, that is the SI unit of frequency. Therefore, energy should be in joule. You know very well, 1 eV is equal to 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 joule. So convert that eV into joule, that is H mu is equal to 2.3 into 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 joule. So find out, you know the value of H. H is given the problem. Therefore, nu is equal to 2.3 into 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 divided by H. Planck's constant value is given in the problem. 2.3 into 602 into 10 power of minus 19 divided by 6.625 into 10 power of minus 34. This is joule second. It is in joule. You see, just concentrate on units also. It is in joule. H is in joule second. Joule gets cancelled, then we can get per second. Per second is hertz. Finally, the answer is nu is equal to 0.5561. 0.5561 into 10 power of, you see, 15, I think. 15. After solving this, you see, per second is the unit. Per second is nothing but hertz. This is the value of frequency of radiation emitted when an atom make a transition from upper level to lower. So we can solve this type of problems. Now look at this problem. This is also present in NCERT. That is fifth problem in atom chapter. You see the problem. The ground state energy of hydrogen atom is minus 30.6 eV What are the kinetic and potential energies of the electron in this state? Remember, the given thing is energy of electron present in ground state, means first orbit, is minus 13.6 eV. This is the energy of electron present in ground state of a hydrogen atom. Then calculate the kinetic energy of an electron present in first orbit and also potential energy present of an electron in first orbit. So one general formula is there, relation between kinetic energy and total energy. This is the total energy. Total energy of an electron is equal to minus of kinetic energy. Remember, that is the relation between kinetic energy and total energy. So using this formula we can calculate kinetic energy of electron in first orbit. Therefore here the n is energy level, here n is 1, therefore E1 is equal to minus of K1 or kinetic energy K1 is equal to minus E1. Here minus E1 is minus of 13.6 eV. Therefore minus of minus plus 13.6 eV. This is the answer. Remember, kinetic energy is always positive. It may be 0 or non-zero, but it is always positive. So you should get positive plus 13.6 eV. Remember this formula. Kinetic total energy is equal to minus of kinetic energy, or kinetic energy is equal to minus of total energy, like that. Then come to the potential energy. The general formula is that potential energy, total potential energy is equal to minus of 2 times kinetic energy. Minus of 2 times kinetic energy. Therefore, for this, in this case, the n is 1, means ground state. Ground state means first energy level. Therefore, U1 is equal to minus of 2 into K1 minus of 2 into K1 is 13.6 eV. Therefore, minus 27.2 eV. Remember, potential energy may be positive or negative, but potential energy of an electron present in ground state is always negative, minus 27.2 eV. This is the general formula, you see. By using these two formula, we can calculate the total energy, kinetic energy, potential energy of electron in any orbits. Next, come to the other type of problem, that is the 6th problem in hydrogen chapter. In this, you see, a hydrogen atom initially in the ground state absorbs a photon which excites it to the n is equal to 4 means 4th level. Determine the wavelength and frequency of photon. Remember, here one hydrogen atom is given. Initially, the electron is in ground state. So, ground state means n is equal to 1. Here electron is there. When photon is incident on this photon, then this energy electron absorbs the energy present in the photon, then it jumps to which orbit? 4th orbit. That is n is equal to 4. Now electron comes to this orbit, 4th orbit. After, so this is transition from lower orbit to higher orbit. During this, energy is absorbed. The same electron present in fourth orbit after some time comes to the first orbit by emitting same amount of energy. Remember, same photon will emit, that is h nu. Here the transition is higher orbit to lower orbit. Now a photon is emitted. So now energy of these two will be same, because the transition takes place from 1 to 4 and 4 to 1. Energy levels are same during the transition. Therefore, energy emitted is equal to energy absorbed. So by using this, so here energy, here N1, say N1 is lower orbit is 1 and N2 is 4. You see, this is Lyman series, because the transition takes place, means electron jumps from any higher orbit to first orbit, then we can get Lyman series. So general formula for wavelength or Rydberg formula, 1 by lambda is equal to R into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So here we have to determine the wavelength lambda and frequency. So in this, n1 is 2, n1 is 1, n2 is 4. That is given in problem. So that belongs to Lyman series. Remember, Lyman spectrum. So R is given in the textbook. N1, N2 are known. Therefore, we can find out lambda. 1 by lambda, R is 1.097 into 10 power of 7. 1 by N1 is 1 square minus 1 by N2 4 square. 1.097 into 10 power of 7. 1 by 1 square is 1 minus 1 by 16. So now 1 by lambda is equal to 1.097 into 10 power of 7. 1 by, you see, 1 minus 1 by 16. 16 is LCM. 16 minus 1. That is 1.097 into 10 power of 7. Finally, 15 by 16. In LHS, 1 by lambda is there. Therefore, lambda is equal to 16 divided by 15 into 1.097 into 10 power of 7. So, calculate that by using calculator. Finally, you can get 0.929723 into 10 power of minus 7 meter. This is the wavelength of photon when it is emitted from an atom during the transition takes place and an electron jumps from fourth orbit to first orbit. Then how much frequency is there? That can be calculated by using the formula C is equal to nu lambda. Therefore, nu is equal to C by lambda. Nu is equal to C is 3 into 10 power of 8 divided by lambda 0.9723 into 10 power of minus 7. Finally, we can get frequency 3.08 into 10 power of 15 Hertz. This is the frequency of the emitted photon during the transition. Now, move on to the next problem of another type. So this is the 7th problem in NCERT textbook. You see, The problem is like this. There are two sub problems are there. Using the Bohr's model, calculate the speed of the electron in hydrogen atom in the levels, first level, second level and third levels, and also calculate the orbital period of each of these levels. For that, you should know about the expression for velocity of an electron in nth orbit. See, this is the velocity of an electron in nth orbit, that is equal to E square divided by 2 epsilon naught h n. Here E is, you know very well, E is charge on electron, epsilon naught permittivity of free space, h is Planck's constant, n is orbit number. Here orbit, first orbit, second orbit and third orbits are there. So n values are 1, 2, 3 like that, and all constants are given in the problem. Therefore, you solve first a problem. In that, we should find out velocity of an electron in first orbit for n is equal to 1. Velocity of electron in second orbit, find out that for orbit number 2. Velocity of an electron in third orbit, that is for n is equal to 3. So this is the finding quantities. For that, you put the value for n, that is equal to 1 in this equation. We can get for n is equal to 1, Vn becomes, you see, V1 means velocity of an electron revolving in first orbit of an atom, of hydrogen atom. So here E square divided by 2 epsilon naught h into 1. Substitute the values of E. E is 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 whole square is there, divided by 2 into epsilon naught 8.854 into 10 power of minus 12 into Planck's constant 6.625 into 10 to the power minus 34. Finally, after calculating, we can get the value 2.186 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. Remember, the value is very high, 2.186 into 10 to the power 6. Suppose if you express this in kilometer, how much you will get? So V1 is equal to 2.186 into 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second. 10 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 3 is 10 to the power 6. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2186 into, this is kilometer per second. Remember, this is the velocity of an electron revolving in first orbit of hydrogen atom. So it moves with a speed of 2186 kilometer per second. Means in 1 second it can travel a distance of 2186 kilometer. That means the electron travels with very high speed. Remember that. So you consider this value, and using this, you see, This value is nothing but 2.186 into 10 power of 6. We can write Vn is equal to 2.186 into 10 power of 6 divided by n. This is nothing but, in general, we can write this is V1. This is the general formula for calculating the velocity of electron in different orbits by using it. If you know V1, then we can calculate the velocity of electron in different orbits. For second orbit, velocity of electron in second orbit V2 is how much? That can be calculated by using this formula. Vn means V2 is equal to V1 divided by n is 2. This is, use this formula in meter per second. 2.186 into 10 power of 6 meter per second is the velocity of electron in first orbit, that is divided by 2. Therefore, finally we can get 1.093 into 10 power of 6 meter per second. Similarly, for third orbit, n is equal to 3. Therefore, V3 is equal to V1 by 3. Use this formula. V1 is 2.186 into 10 power of 6 meter per second divided by 3. Finally, we can get V3 is equal to 0.7286 into 10 power of 6 meter per second. You just observe the velocity of electron in first orbit is 2.186 into 10 power of 6 meter per second. In second orbit, 1.093 into 10 power of 6 meter per second. In third orbit, 0.72 into 10 power of 6 meter per second. That shows what? As orbit number increases, velocity of an electron goes on decreases. Therefore, we can write velocity of an electron is inversely proportional to orbit number. Then find out the time period. Time period means, so here question number, sub question 2b. Here electron is revolving in circular orbit, therefore with a certain velocity, say Vn, so this is nth orbit, velocity is Vn, this is radius Rn. Then velocity of an electron is distance travelled divided by time taken. In general, velocity can be defined like this. The displacement or magnitude of displacement here, time taken. Here magnitude of the displacement is nothing but distance travelled. So distance travelled for one revolution is 2 pi Rn divided by time taken to complete one revolution is time period. So this is the relation between speed of an electron and time period of an electron. Remember, speed of an electron is inversely proportional to time period of an electron. Speed is equal to distance travelled divided by time taken. So by using this formula, we can get Tn. What is T? Time period. 2 pi Rn divided by Vn. So we know the formula for Rn, radius of nth orbit, epsilon naught h square n square divided by pi m e square. and velocity of an electron in nth orbit, you know this one. This is the formula. E square by, so 1 by V is nothing but you see 2 epsilon naught h n divided by E square. So Vn is nothing but E square by 2 epsilon h n. Here 1 by Vn is there. So take reciprocal. Here pi gets cancelled. Then we can get 2 into 2, 4, epsilon into epsilon, epsilon naught square, h square into h cube, n square into n cube, divided by m e to the power of 4, m e to the power of 4. This is the formula for time period of an electron revolving in nth orbit. Use that formula. Then we can find out time period of electron in first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, like that. You see, by using this formula. So if n is equal to 1, then T1 is equal to 4 epsilon naught square h cube into 1 cube divided by m e to the power of 4. Substituting the values for epsilon naught h cube, it is 4 into epsilon naught into 10 to the power of minus 12 whole cube into h cube whole square. H cube 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 whole cube divided by mass of an electron. Mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg into charge of an electron. Charge of an electron 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 to the power of 4. You solve this by using calculator, then you can get the value 1.532. 1.532 into 1.532 into 10 to the power of minus 16 second, because there is time, time period of an electron revolving in first orbit. So by using this formula, you see, x n all are constants, that is nothing but T1. Therefore we can write Tn is equal to n cube into T1. Remember this formula. Tn is equal to n cube into T1. You see, this is T1 into n cube. Next, find out the time period of electron in second orbit, that is T2 is equal to, here n is 2 cube into T1. Now 2 cube is 8 into 1.532 into 10 to the power of minus 16 second, that is 12.2 second. Similarly, for third orbit, n is equal to 3, T3 is equal to 3 cube into T1, that is 9 3 cube 27. 27 into 1.532 into 10 power of minus 16, that is equal to 41 into 10 power of minus 16 second. As orbit number increases, time period also increases. The relation between time period of nth orbit and time period of electron in first orbit is Tn is equal to n cube Tn. By using this, we can find out time period of electron in different orbits.